releasing a product in a really kind of crazily short amount of time that actually had direct impact on the lives of, at this point, 40,000 students that are subscribing, and students all over the world in 97 countries.
That first day we launched in Philadelphia's prison was a pretty exciting day, and it was nice to see how immediate the impact was. We're going to be reaching thousands, if not tens of thousands, of those who are incarcerated by the end of the year.
We're launching products with everyone from Tory Burch to Diane von Furstenberg to Curran Elliott. I think this is probably the most exciting time to date, because now we're ready to take all of those learnings and really scale the business that we're growing and scale our impact.
That's never going to work. It's too hard. It's impossible. It sounds like a great idea, but you can't make a business out of it. You can't sell them to schools. As passionate as I was and as experienced in the industry as I was, I don't know that I could have really overcome them to the extent I needed to raise the capital, to get the team, to get the product out the door without Impact Engine.
How to pitch your business, how to present your financials, how to get other people excited about your purpose really helped in getting those investors on board with 0%.
We sat there a demo day in front of several hundred investors, and following that, we continued to get introduction after introduction to those who did invest significantly in our business and help us drive the outcomes that we are driving today.
The better we do financially, the more people that we're able to impact. So we don't have to make that choice of sacrificing one for the other. The more brands we get on board, the more women that we're able to employ.
One of the bigger challenges would be, raising capital to solve problems that no one else has been able to solve. So what makes you think you're so smart you can solve it? That kind of thing. It's just that it has to be done. Someone's got to do it. So we're going to do it.
I want someone with a tremendous amount of commitment to making their business successful. I want responsiveness to ideas and the confidence that comes from watching somebody move things from A to B to C. And I want them to be really driven to succeed. I want them to feel unstoppable.
I look for someone who sees the world through a different set of eyes than I do, and I'm also looking for someone who's a survivor. As an entrepreneur, there are a lot of dark days, and you want someone that's going to get up that next morning, no matter how dark the cloud is outside, and keep moving forward each and every day.
It's very attractive to try to make the world a better place and make money at the same time.
If you look at it on a chart, the bubble of philanthropy is like this big, and the bubble of the rest of the money that's invested in sort of stocks and other components of the market is this big. And when you think about how we're going to affect problems like climate change, poverty, huge issues, it's not going to be with just this bubble, or it's going to be with really kind of bringing to bear all of the resources that we have.
I think we do a great job of asking the questions. This is their company. They're going to live the dream. It's our job, I think, and Impact Engine's job to challenge every part of that and make them better.
Impact Engine's model is essential, effective, and for me, as a prospective investor, mandatory.
I think the whole 360 surround of the entrepreneurs is something that's very needed, because they often don't get access to the kind of mentors and content knowledge that they get in this kind of a program.
I actually don't think that we want impact investing opportunities to be the same as regular startup opportunities. I don't think we want them to be viewed the same. I think they're actually better.
I actually think we're in a world in which there's a lot of pressure on traditional for-profit companies to have a social impact.
I think you're looking for companies that not only have the things a quote-unquote regular startup opportunity would have in terms of strong team, strong model, great potential for future return, but on top of that, you're also getting this amazing social return baked into the process.
It's certainly become part of mainstream vernacular enough that it's a much easier conversation to have with investors from the beginning than it was when I started raising money 3 years ago.
They need good examples so that they can say, well, maybe that's the next Peace & Co. Maybe that's the next Think Circa. Maybe that's the next Pangea.
To go mainstream with impact investment opportunities, we need success. We need shining stars that we can point to and make the investment community comfortable with this space.
There's a pipeline of entrepreneurs who are excited about the idea of doing well and doing good. And then I think they're showing from cohort to cohort that there are companies who are raising money, who are generating revenue, and who are actually living the life that we hope all of these entrepreneurs are able to live.
This next year is going to be tremendously exciting for us, because we're taking a fresh launch of a product and moving it into a full-scale rollout across the nation. The impact that we'll be able to have, the people that we'll be able to reach in a short amount of time is really exciting for us, and it's amazing what technology enables us to do.
What you'll look forward to seeing from us in this next year is us being prepared for what I think the whole U.S. education system will look back on as the beginning of an enormous and pretty rapid change.
Many businesses now carry the 0% decal in their windows and proudly talk about this partnership with Signature Room, Lumalatis, Pizzeria, Italy, Publican, and working with some of the largest nonprofits in the community.
I think we've really raised the dialogue and the level of interest in impact investing in Chicago to the point where we're really in a much more sophisticated place as an organization, but also as a city, and really kind of ready to take off and take a more leadership role nationally and even internationally moving forward.
Anyone in this space is more than willing to help other people. Put your toe in the water, take your first step.
I believe launching a company is incredibly hard, and it's an entrepreneur's responsibility to give their business every possible advantage that they can, and I think Impact Engine is one big advantage in your pocket.